I believe, if I may, take this to no territory, that if you're religious or superstitious, we're seeing a manifestation of the commandments, thou shalt make no graven images, and thou shalt have no other gods before me. Pragmatically, removal of all unprovable tales and sticking to solely fact. These tenets can be translated beyond higher power belief systems and into just basic human law, which, when you look at the Ten Commandments, that's really all they are. You could remove any specific god or religion, and they apply to human life. Whatever your God is what you hold most sacrosanct, most holy, most revered. This is why I argue that even an atheist has a God. It might be food or booze or sports or family, but there's something that is above all else. Just because you don't pray to it or revere it in that sense, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to get on your knees and turn towards it and pray to it. It doesn't mean you don't worship it. Worship. Now, that's a word that's debated quite a bit when I talk about the subject. The definition of the word is clear cut. And while they're similar from different sources, as much as it pains me to reference Wikipedia, this really sums it up in a nutshell. Worship is an act of religious devotion, usually depicted toward a deity. An act of worship may be performed individually, in an informal or formal group, or by a designated leader. So such acts maybe involve honoring, right? That's part of the definition. I want to break that down for us. Religious devotion. Religious simply means relating to religion, but one definition creates a different context for this discussion. Treated or regarded with a devotion and scrupulousness appropriate to worship. So here we are, using the word to define the word. So in math, those cancel out. Let's start over, okay? An act of devotion, usually directed towards a deity. Now, the next part tells us it can be performed any number of ways, and we'll get to that in a moment. But first, devotion. It's another word that could be love or loyalty, even enthusiasm. Now, we tend to think of certain words as being one dimensional, and sometimes the thesaurus fails us, but not here. An act of love, loyalty, or enthusiasm, usually directed toward. Next, let's break down deity. So, straightforward, this means God or goddess, creator, all powerful, higher power, but it also conveniently means divine quality, status, or nature. Divine. Now, a lot of definitions lead us to God, except one which stands out again. Excellent, delightful. Now, this may sound like an English lesson, but words matter. We use them deliberately. So listen carefully to the next sentence. An act of love, loyalty, or enthusiasm, usually directed towards something excellent or delightful. This is also a definition of worship. Do you see how loosely that can be applied? Now, many times we indulge in something we enjoy, right? How many times have you sat in front of the television binging the new season of whatever you like as soon as it comes out? Congratulations. You've been accepted into the church of Netflix.